Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually going to go over a rod setup that I just created. I don't have any experience with it right now, but I'm excited to share this with you guys. You're going to see this in my next upcoming, in this next season of when I'm doing some tournament fishing and some open water fishing as well. Now, I'm going to jump back a little bit. I did a rod setup for, I believe, a shaky head. And something that's more finesse. It was like a casting rod. It was like a, it was a medium heavy rod, and I said, well, bait finesse systems are, super expensive. They're hard, to get into. And I'm here. I didn't realize it, but I lied. So I did more searching after that video, and I did find a setup that I found good reviews on both items here that I'm going to show you guys today, and the total cost for the whole rod combo was, I didn't buy the combo together. I bought the rod separate, the reel separate, and put them together. So the rod and reel combo, about 110 bucks total for a bait finesse system. Now the reel is specified as a BFS reel. The rod is not, but from what I looked at in my research on a BFS rod, a lot of it's the action and the length that has to do with it. So today what I'm going to show you is this right here. So I have it's a Daiwa Fuego. This rod is it's a 6'9" medium light. So it's going to handle a lot more of your finesse applications. I have an 1/8 ounce jig with a 3-inch long little swim bait here, and this is one of my favorite little jigs to throw. But a lot of these bait finesse systems you can throw a bunch of different lures on. We'll get that in a minute, but we've got like I said, the 6'9" medium light Daiwa Fuego with a it's a Cast King Zephyr. Now it makes they make different reels. And the reels are, so there's two different Zephyr style reels. Obviously there's one that's labeled as a BFS, and there's one that isn't. And so the one that is labeled as a BFS, it has the clicker. So if you listen, it has the clicker there, so when it takes line, it's kind of like your spinning rod. And so that's so when they pull the line, you got the bait click or drag click. I'm sorry, the drag clicker. And so that's one sign you can tell it's a BFS reel. And then it's got the spool is shallower, so the spool is bigger in diameter, and it's shallower here, so less space to put line, which is fine because on a bait finesse system you're using lighter line. So I might have a little bit too heavy of line already on here. I've got 10-pound braided line, and I've got a fluorescent green color, and it's to a 10, either an 8 or 10 pound. I believe it's 10. I've been thinking about jumping down to a 6 or an 8 pound fluorocarbon line leader, and that's been something that I'm going to start with. But the reel was only like 55 bucks, and I found it on eBay. So are you okay? So here's something to think about, and just kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up. So this setup, you might not. I got lucky finding this setup. Okay, this isn't one that. So I didn't buy this stuff for a regular price. I'm not sure what these reels go for, but I bought that reel on eBay for 55 bucks. I've seen other places that are going for much more than that. And so I felt, so this was the best reel that I could find, or best deal I could find on this reel. And the rod I bought actually at Tackle Warehouse, and they were having a sale, and these rods were already on clearance, and they're having a big sale. So I was able to get this rod for around 50 bucks. And right now I think they're just on clearance, so I think they're around, I can't remember what they're around, but I don't think they're 50 bucks anymore. But if you find the right deal, so the point of what I'm trying to explain here is, if you find the right deals, you can get a very budget-friendly bait finesse system rod setup. And you know, so you got the rod and reel, and then the line, and then you're ready to go. So I looked at the reviews of both. I have no affiliation with any of these products, so just give you guys a heads up. I have no affiliation with any of these products, and there's a lot of products out there that make some really good bait finesse stuff. For example, Kistler Rods, they have a really awesome BFS rod. Yes, it is going to be a little bit higher up in the price column, but it is phenomenal. But this is a really good budget setup, just to kind of get you in it. I will eventually be bumping up once I get more experience in the BFS rods series and stuff like that. Get more experience in using the BFS systems. I am definitely going to be upgrading to that new Kistler BFS rod, because it is a much more superior BFS rod than, you know, say this one. But this is a good starting point, and if you're looking to get into it, it's a good starting point to get into it budget friendly wise. Anyways, like I said, I don't have any experience with this rod setup yet. We are definitely going to be trying it out and working with it this spring and summer. Spring, I'm not sure. Spring, I'm throwing heavier baits because I'm throwing bigger baits for the bigger fish. We'll see. It depends on if they get real finicky. Okay, then we will be throwing this. The other cool thing about having a BFS setup is, yeah, of course you can throw smaller plastics and more lighter weight. You can throw a weightless plastic on a bait caster. That is the cool thing. That's one thing I really love. You get this thing set up perfectly, you're not going to backlash, and it's going to be, you might backlash once in a while. I know I will, but you get it set up perfectly, and it's going to handle those fish a little bit better. I personally like a bait caster over a spinning rod. I personally do. I mean, but there are some applications where a spinning rod is the better method for certain baits. So, you know, that's why I have both. But depending on how this one works out, I might be switching some over, and we'll see. You know, a lot of guys are still shaking a minnow. You know, doing the jig and minnow thing on spinning rods. They say that's the best. That's still by far the best way to do that. Well, I'm going to test that out on this rod. I am by no means any expert on the jig and minnow, okay? I'm not an expert on that. I'm still super new to it. I can't say I've caught enough fish on it to know what I'm doing with it. But I've caught some fish on it, right? And if I can make it work with this, and I'm comfortable, and it brings me success, then I'm going to do it. So we're going to try it with that, or try that jig and minnow on here too. But another cool thing with these BFS combos is you can throw those lighter crankbaits. I don't have one out, but like, say for example, the OG Slim or the OG Tiny 4. It's a smaller, by Rapala, it's a smaller crankbait, and those crankbaits they're so hard to throw on a bait casting combo because you can't get them very far, and a lot of times, and you gotta get them out of ways, because they're a crankbait, they dive down, right? And so you got to get them out of ways, so you got to use spinning gear, and this helps with that. So I can still throw that on this rod and still get it way out there, and you know, it'll work just fine because of the BFS combo and everything. So I mean, we'll try. I'm definitely gonna try it out. We'll see. You're gonna see me, you know, throwing it, you know, quite a bit this summer, just try to hone in on my skills with it. But I'm probably gonna have some headaches with it as well, because, you know, like I said, I don't throw bait finesse systems often, ever. This will be my first one, to be honest with you. So a lot of this is my personal preference and my opinion, and so, you know, and I'm basing a lot of it off of, you know, what I like to do, and by what I've seen other guys do, and some research that I've done. So you know, I am not an expert in a BFS combo. Yeah, so this is going to be my setup that I'm going to throw for my BFS system this summer, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to throw some crankbaits on here. I'm going to throw this little swim bait on here too. This thing, I love this little swim bait. But we're going to see how things are going to go, and I'm going to try throwing a wacky worm on this. Why not, right? Throw a weightless wacky worm. You know, just I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to really, you know, test this thing out and see what I think, because I like spinning rods, but I'd rather throw a bait caster. So, and that's my personal preference. And everybody's gonna have their own personal preference. So like this little setup, if this works out for me, the setup might work great for me. But it doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody. And who knows? Maybe it may be. So this is a medium light power rod. There's a possibility I probably got a too stiff of a rod. Probably should have gotten a light. But I do like a little bit heavier power rod anyways. So we'll try this out and see how it works. And we'll go from there. And I'll take you guys along with me as I make that journey. But guys, that's it. That's my new bait finesse combo. And I'm not affiliated with any of those brands. But like I'm not affiliated with Daiwa or Cast King. Just some good reviews, and they were easy on the budget. And why not? It's a good way to get into the BFS world, to try and get some things going and to kind of get used to it and work your way up, or work my way up, and go from there. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget, check out arrowoutdoors.com. Check out some of my apparel on there, and I have a shop that's linked to my YouTube channel that you guys can also check out too, so it's easy there, or you can go to the website right here and check out some apparel, some hats, some hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, and some beanies and stuff like that, and take them out onto your next outdoor adventure. But yeah, guys, thanks again for watching this video again. I appreciate you all, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next video.